gosh, it's so bright out here. I'm checking on the vegetables. But yeah, anyways, so we got pallets, a bunch of them. We found a bunch of them on the side of the road. We were literally digging through people's garbages. Not like that, like businesses. And then at one point I'm like, is this even legal? I'm like, oh my gosh, if we take pallets out of like a dumpster on private property, like, could we get arrested? So then we were like, let's not do that. And look at the mango tree. Oh my gosh, it's literally hitting the ground because they're so heavy on this branch. Look at them. And there's a couple of them just about ready to start changing colors. So they'll be ready to pick soon. Delicious. Scrumdiddlyumptious. And anyways, so yeah, we went ahead and made the executive decision to get rid of both bucks. So the buckling that we originally had, that was supposed to be a wether, who we contemplated keeping or selling, we hadn't really decided. Well, I spoke to some people who are actual like goat people who've been breeding goats for some time, and they told me that whatever method they used did not work. So, in order to eliminate him ever breeding mom, I'm a little worried that she might already be pregnant because they didn't do it right the first time. And they had shared that with me. They're like, yeah, it didn't take, so we want to make sure. And he's more than old enough. And the minute we got him here on our property, it couldn't have obviously happened now because, I mean, we've only had him but 2 weeks. But the minute we got him here on his property, he was able to mount her, well, try to mount her, because we would separate them, but I noticed that he was able to get his penis out completely. And supposedly they said once a goat or buckling is able to completely like expose their goodies, then that means they're able to get a doeling pregnant. So I'm nervous, or doe. So I'm nervous because his mom obviously was with him, being housed with him while he wasn't fully castrated. So they were together at least a month when I'm assuming that he was showing these type of behaviors. Did they get rid of her because they had a concern that she could be pregnant with, you know, incest, I guess you can say? I mean, I guess. I'm hoping that's not the case. She's in milk, so we've been milking her. I've been giving them different minerals. I feel like they were lacking. For some reason, in my head, I was thinking she was so skinny because the other day when she eats, like, she kind of sucks in her stomach, so she looks really thin. But then, like, today I saw her and I was like, okay, she's not as thin as I thought she was. So I went and, like, dramatically bought, like, a meat goat food, because there's, like, food that's more intended to, like, plump them up. So I went ahead and did that, and then and I'll use that maybe once every other day. I'll feed them that food, not all the time, just to keep their weight good. She was a little on the thin side when we got her, so yeah. But anyways, everything's been good. But since we got that deal, they really just want to purchase both bucks, and I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. Like, let's let them purchase both. You know, they're both bucks. You know, hopefully the people buying have good intentions with them. That's the thing with goats, is they're not always, people's intentions aren't always to, you know, some people like to eat goats. So I hope that's not the case with these people. But, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we make the smart decision. And but the fact that they're going together, it makes me happy, because they were obviously, for a short period of time, herd mates, so they're familiar with each other. I'm gonna water the plants. And another thing I had mentioned before was about why I'm doing this. Another thing I wanted to kind of get into is, like, we want to get into, like, sustainable living, you know? We want to be able to like feed ourselves a little bit. I mean, just with this whole COVID thing, I've noticed, well, in our grocery store, it was literally so bad. We were out of milk, we were out of eggs. We were out of, I got a blueberry bush, so hopefully I can do this. Oh my gosh, this is hard. I did, Mom. I know, I did. Oh, sorry. Blueberry bushes have to be moist. Like, they like really damp soil. They actually like semi-moist soil. So it's like, it still has to have moisture in it. Soil can't get dry. And this is an avocado tree. I'm watering it. Hold on. So like I was talking about sustainable living, we've been really talking about it. We, you know, when COVID happened, we ran out of milk in our store. We ran out of eggs. I mean, most of the meat was gone. So things like that make me be like, wow, we really should focus on a little bit of sustainable living. Trying to be able to provide a little bit of food for ourselves. That way, when things like this do happen, we're not as stressed out, and we can still cook with certain other items and, you know, just things like that. So we have a garden. We have vegetables and fruits. Not everything that we need, and there probably are going to be times where we need to buy it in the store, but it'll take a lot of weight off our shoulders to not have to constantly buy these things like over and over again. So, which is really nice, because we do have like things like basil and stuff like that in our garden, which basil you don't have to like use all of it. You can use a few leaves, cook with it. So that's nice. And I have celery making, and we can use some of that food for the goats as well. Fruits and vegetables they can eat. So that's another thing. If there's something we can't eat or we can't get to, they can eat it, which is nice. So I like that, and I'm sad about the goats going, but it's the best decision. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and use a stud for now. Maybe keep one of her doelings, and then get in. Maybe keep one of her doelings from a good strong milking line, and then eventually get a buck. Sorry, I had to yell at the kids. But anyways, so enjoy a little bit of clips that we have of the goats, and yeah, this is our goat update. And the goats and the kids ran out again, so I'm gonna beat somebody up. I said it's raining, so don't mind it. The screen's starting to get wet. I'm gonna give a little bit of milk replacer to Cody because he's technically should be already weaned, but he was so used to drinking off Mom, he's been crying. Cody, hi, Bobby. Oh. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. There you go, Cody. I'm getting soaked right here. Here on the windowsill, by the way, guys. This milk replacer probably tastes weird. That's our blueberry bush, tomatoes, and this is our vegetable garden. How cute! This is the baby. Hi. You want some of that? That's their butt. And then, of course, this is Mama. She decided to pee on the porch. Hi. Hello. I have been milking her, and look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I bought these. So cute. And look at all that milk. I did a pretty good job because I've never milked anything in my life, but your girl figured it out. I just made goat milk brownies. Look at that. Then I put it in there. Wait for it to bake. And they're done. Oh my gosh. And I used goat's milk. Instead of 1/4 water, I used a little bit extra goat's milk. So let's see. And I did an additional egg. Instead of using 1 egg, I used 2 eggs. So let's see how good this is. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, so the dough has an area in the back, but it's been raining, so we have to like build like a tarp over it or whatever, so she can hide, because goats hate the rain. So they've been taking shelter in the porch. We have a little fenced in area right here, but she's gonna go in like this little another fenced in area that keeps getting messed up. But you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and watching our little journey with the goats. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. She's like, who the heck is that? Hey. They like scratches. The bucks like scratches on the head, like here. She doesn't like it so much. She likes her little goatee. She's so cute. But yeah. And my son named... So we've had to leave him, obviously, on the outside of the fence. And the area that she's supposed to be in was down originally. So we did have to tie him, but we obviously don't leave him tied up. Even though in the video it looks like we do. We don't leave him tied up all day. We just have to separate them at certain times because he's just at that age. Obviously, we wouldn't have a problem separating them if he was really weathered. Unfortunately, he's not. So to prevent any accidental pregnancies that might have already happened, not on our part, but to prevent that from happening under our watch, we have had to separate them. So he gets a little pasture time out here, and we do have to fence off like a certain area. So right now it's a little bit weird because like we're trying to figure out just the right maneuver to make for them. And then she's gonna have a little pen area over here. The tarp fell over. We're trying to like zip tie a tarp over, so like half of it's tarped and covered because it gets really hot out here and it rains a lot. It's literally raining 3 days straight. So there's literally a hideout in there in the bushes. The trees literally fell over each other and canopied and created like this little hut. So he likes to go in there and just chill. It's really cool in there. So that's where Cody goes. My son named him Cody, but Cody is probably gonna get picked up today with the other buckling, and they'll be family members, and she'll be by herself until we get her a doeling. I'm probably gonna keep one of her doelings. I spoke to somebody already who does stud out their goats. I'm hoping that we can do something, arrange something to where I can drop her off and they like babysit. It's not really babysitting, but they just basically, they'll keep them in their area. That way I can get this a little situation. But yeah, so you have to be kind of cautious too, because there are bears and panthers out in the area that we live. So then you have to really like make sure you put it covered in the right spots and stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so she's in milk, and hopefully we can get the right idea down. We do want to go ahead and get a buck later on, but for now we're probably gonna find a registered buck who has good milking lines. That way we can keep one of her doelings that show and have good milking lines too. So I'm hoping that maybe we can have something like that work out, where we get a female with some strong milking lines in. That way we can have ourselves 2 little milking goats. We don't need too many goats because, to be honest with you, they make a lot of milk. She's a great milker, this one. So I think if we have her doeling, she'll have some good milking, and she's a great mother. So hopefully we could do something like that for now, and then maybe get them to... He's eating all the trees out here. They love the palm trees. They love to like rip them up and eat like underneath the little palm fronds. It's weird. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for being a part of this journey. I really appreciate it. I love all the support, and go ahead and subscribe just so that you can just watch this journey if you like this kind of content. I do a little bit of everything. But being that I'm an animal lover, That's my main focus on my channel. So thank you guys so much. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.